So I thought I'd tell you about my YALC/LFCC/ overall London experience. As some of you may know, the past weekend, 17th to 19th of July, London Film and Comic Con and Young Adult Literature Con was held in London, obviously. And I was there for the Saturday and the Sunday, and I thought I'd tell you a little bit about what went on. So let's just start with how I even got there, because my dad asked me if I wanted to go to London for a weekend in the summer, and obviously I said yes. And then I looked up like if there were anything special that was happening at certain times in the summer, and I came across London Film and Comic Con, and so I asked my dad if we could travel that weekend, and he said yes, and I bought tickets, and yeah. So we flew in pretty late on the Friday, so I didn't get to attend on the 17th, and that was a bit of a bummer, but at the same time I attended on both Saturday and Sunday, and it was so much fun. I'm sorry, I'm constantly looking over to the... I'm trying to look at the camera, I swear. Anyway, on Saturday I woke up pretty early and ate breakfast with my dad, and then I just headed out to Kensington Olympia Kensington, whatever, the venue, like immediately after that. And I was there like 9:15, and it opened at 9. And I thought, alright, it'll be okay, right? And then there was this huge line, and I only had, for the Saturday, I had just a normal LFCC ticket. So I had to go in the standard line, and it took me like about an hour and a half or something like that. And there was this point where we were in this parking hall thingy that's like lined up, so you had to go through it and things like that. And we stood still for like half an hour or so, and when we finally started moving, I mean, there was actual applause, and yeah, so that was a bit funny. But once we started moving there, we could pretty much just walk right through things. There wasn't all that much waiting after that. And then you just walk in, and there are lots of people and all these stands on the ground floor, and it was a bit of overwhelming at first because I've never been to something like that, like this. And but yeah, I pretty much just followed the crowd. No, I never actually got to see on the ground floor because I just went up to the first floor once. And no, right. Anyway, first floor was like, there were a lot of stalls in one room, and then one room was a super stage, and then there were like lots of guest signings, and Michael Gambon was somewhere, and there was the whole Back to the Future 30th anniversary thing. And I was looking for Michael Gambon, like where he was signing, and I never found it. Although he did like walk right past me, like a meter past me or something, and I sort of wanted to stop him, like talk to him, but it was pretty clear that he was on his way to something, and I felt like he couldn't just, so yeah. Well, after that I sort of went to the second floor, which was where the YALC was held, and I went a bit crazy and bought 6 books. Yeah, 6 books at YALC on the Saturday, and I was going to get all of them signed, obviously. 3 of them was from Cassandra Clare, and when it was like finally time for Cassandra Clare's signing, I noticed that, oh, it's now. There was already a huge line, and there were the crew members walking around with like a bunch of green tickets, and I sort of understood from overhearing from some others that, alright, so you get a ticket with a number, and then when they call your number, then you can go and stand in line. So I got a number, and I got number 388, and I asked her, what number are you on now? 1 through 70. And so I came back several times later, and the entire time it was just, I mean, when I was at the last time that I was there, it was 200 something, and she was already on overtime, and I was really tired by then. So I went back to the hotel at like 3 p.m. I think, and it was just, my feet were hurting, and my back were hurting, and my shoulders were hurting, and my hands, because I was carrying so much stuff, and I was so tired, and it was really warm and everything. And so yeah, I had fun while I was there, but at the same time I was really tired. So I went back to the hotel, met up with my dad later, ate dinner, and then I went out shopping, obviously, because it's London. At least I had a pretty good plan where I was going, so I only went to Primark first, shopped some clothes, and then to Waterstones at Piccadilly, because even though I've been buying books at YALC, Waterstones at Piccadilly is like, it's heaven, I swear. There are like 6 floors, and it's all books, and it looks like a library, except it's a bookshop. And I go there every time I come to London. Well, not the first time I was in London, but then I was like 5 or 6, I can't really remember that. But yeah, I don't think I'll ever be able to go to London and not go to Waterstones. And at Waterstones, I bought, which is what, 7 books. I'll talk more about this in my YALC / LFCC / London haul, which I'm filming right after this. And yeah, and then I went back to the hotel and slept, and I mean, it's a bit bad of me to say maybe. I mean, our hotel was like near Bayswater, and that was pretty perfect location, because it was like less than a minute to walk from the underground station Bayswater to the hotel. But the room, I mean, it was so tiny, and the bed was like really hard, and like when you sat down on it, it just started like wiggling or whatever. I don't know these words, but yeah. So I don't really like the hotel all that much, but I've been in worse hotels in London, because we usually just go to the cheap ones. And yeah. Anyway, next morning woke up even earlier, because I figured, alright, there's gonna be a huge line today as well, I might as well just get out as soon as possible. So my dad and I had packed on Saturday night, and my dad had brought like 2 suitcases. You call it suitcases, don't you? Like baggage. Yeah, I think it's suitcases. Yeah. Right, so I had one big one, and that was already like completely full after Saturday. But my dad had brought 2, because he had one about my size, and then inside of that he had another one. So I got the small one to bring with me, so I didn't like have to walk around carrying everything. Instead I had a suitcase, which was incredibly practical. And yeah, so my dad and I ate breakfast at Starbucks, and then he took the suitcases to Victoria stations to like the baggage drop thingy there. And then I went to Kensington Olympia again, and this time I had like a YALC ticket, so it was a completely different line. I had to like go round the corner, like follow that road and round the corner, and not the first entrance but the second one. And then, I mean, when I found it, it wasn't really that hard, because I just mostly followed Wanda and Cosmo. There was a couple who were cosplaying as Wanda and Cosmo. And I mean, it was awesome, because he had green skin sort of ish, and they were really great. I saw them like several times, but I never actually asked to take a picture of them, because I'm a shy like that. I don't ask to take pictures of most people, but I think I got about 10 pictures all in all. And yeah, there were like lots of amazing cosplayers and I'm sort of a bit jealous because I could never do that myself. But yeah. So I got in pretty quickly, and on the Sunday I got like a YALC Sunday entrance wristband thingy. This one, and I still haven't taken it off because I'm planning to wear it as long as humanly possible. And yeah, so I think I spent like the entire Sunday up on the YALC floor. No, I was going to the mental health and YA panel with 4 authors. I've forgotten who they were, but at least Holly Bourne, I think her name was, and Annabelle something, and Mad something. Oh, and one of the guys is like Irish, I think. At least not like English. Yeah, at least, oh, I love that accent. And it was, anyway. Yeah, but before that I had some time, and so I went down to the first floor to like the stalls thingy, and did some shopping, bought some American food candy-ish stuff and some like jewelry, which I'll also be showing in the haul video. Then I went upstairs again in time for the panel. I actually sat next to CJ Daughtery. Daughtery? How do you say that? I have no idea. But it was like a bit, I mean, when other authors are also there like as the audience, and that's like, oh alright, yeah, so you're a fan too, right? Nice, good to know. There were actually some others who were cosplaying as well, and that was pretty cool. So yeah, after that it was pretty much full packed, my schedule, with like getting signings from there and there and there and there. And then I was like in the agent area and attended like this publishing 101 workshop thingy, and I learned a lot. And after that I also got a agent one-to-ones, like 5-minute conversation. And yeah, so I've got a lot of tips now for how to actually publish a book once I've finished writing one. But yeah, so I'm really looking forward to, I mean, I'm really psyched now to actually finish my book. Well, one of them, I think I know which one to finish first as well. And then just try to like get an agent and then just get it published, because I really want to publish a book. So yeah, I'm working on it now. After that there were more signings and more standing in line, and yeah, I bought a lot of books on the Sunday at YALC as well. I think that's when I bought the most books actually. I spent way too much money, but I can't really bring myself to be mad about it. I mean, the only thing I'm a bit annoyed at for the Sunday was like I was going to buy Attachments by Rainbow Rowell because I'd seen it on the Saturday, but then I thought, nah, I already have so much to carry now, I'll just buy it tomorrow. And then I came back and where I'd seen it, and I asked, and that sold out on Saturday. Of course. So I'll just have to find somewhere online that I can buy it, because I am getting that book. I'm so getting that book. I really want to read it. But yeah. And then yeah, more signings, and then it was this vlogging for beginners workshop, which is what sort of finally pushed me to, alright, now you're going to do this, because I wanted to start a vlog for like a year and a half, a booktube channel, and then like a year ago, a little over a year ago, for my 17th birthday, I actually got a video camera, and I was like, alright, now there's nothing stopping me. And then like a few weeks later, my dad found a tripod that he never uses, and he fit my camera and everything, because I think it's pretty standard actually. And I was like, yes, I have a tripod, I have a video camera, and I have like a computer and stuff, so like what's stopping me now? And I never got around to it. I did some filming, like especially around like NaNoWriMo times in like November, but I never posted any of it, and I might post it later and edit it, because I'm not even gonna bother editing that stuff. I'm not even gonna bother I won't bother editing this video either because I'm sort of trying to get a hang of things first, and then I'll go into the stages where I'm editing videos. So yeah. But anyway, the workshop was with Books and Quills and Shout Amy and the Book Bell. And Books and Quills was actually a booktuber that I was already subscribing to. So that was pretty cool because like, oh, I know who this is. I'm not really good at like following a lot of YouTubers or booktubers or anything like that, but jeg filmer. Hva
må du drive med?
Jeg har sagt dette 100 ganger. Jeg skal starte en Booktube-channel.
En hva for noe?
En YouTube-channel der jeg snakker om bøker. Bare gå og røyk, du. Ha det. Sorry about that. That was my brother who's going out smoking. I probably should edit this video, but I still probably won't. What was I? Yeah, and they gave me a lot of great tips, these booktubers, and after that it was like pretty much I got one book design. I was going to get two, but one of the others I just couldn't find where she was. So I was just like, alright, I got this one. And then I talked to her for a bit as well, and she was so nice. And yeah, she was like all the authors that I got to actually talk to, they were so incredibly nice. And I mean, on the one hand it's like, alright, they have to be nice. I mean, I'm reading their book. But at the same time, it's a bit surprising how nice they were, because they're like, I got a lot of compliments like for my shirt and for my hair, which is pink at the ends. If you, yeah, it's a bit washed out. But yeah, and things like that, and for my tattoo and everything like that, and it's just like, I felt so good about myself afterwards, and it was so sweet. And yeah, and after that I pretty much just had to hurry and get to the underground station and then like switch. Right, I had to go like from Kensington Olympia to Earl's Court on a district line train, and then switch at Earl's Court because district and central line were like limited, and there were like no district and central line trains going from Earl's Court to Embankment, and normally that I could have taken one like directly to Victoria, but I couldn't now. So I had to switch at Earl's Court to the Piccadilly line to take that to Green Park, and then switch over to the Victoria line and take that to Victoria. So basically I went like, instead of just going like that, I had to go like, yeah. It really frustrated me because it took me 45 minutes. And I know that because I sent a text message to my dad saying like, alright, I'm on my way now. And then it took me that long to actually get there. And I was a bit stressed out because we had to get our baggage and luggage, whatever, and then we had to take the Gatwick Express, and we just got, there are like two stations, but one is like way off, and then there's one right here. So we just went on the one here because the train was standing there. But I think this one was the one who actually left the platforms first, because we were sitting on that train for like 25 minutes until it moved, and it's supposed to be like every 15 minutes. So yeah, and I got really stressed out. Hurried through the tax-free, basically just bought a little bit of candy and then we had to eat. Well, of course, at first they were like getting the luggage on the thingy, and then we went up to like the security control and we had like printed out our tickets beforehand, but apparently we had to go somewhere else to get that exchanged for a boarding pass or something. We didn't know that was enough because back at home in Norway that was enough, just use the one printed one we already had. But yeah, so I was really stressed out and we ate, and I just pretty much just hurried eating so quickly. And then it was like hurrying to the plane, and we were there like 5 minutes before the gates were supposed to close. But yeah, it was okay though. And then we got home, landed safely at home, like 11:30 at night or something. It was like a 50 minutes early. And then it was like, there I actually went to tax-free and bought alcohol, because it's like the first time I could actually do that. Since I turned 18 in the end of May. And like, I had no idea what I actually liked, so I just pretty much just tried to take a bit of different stuff, and yeah. Anyway, then we got home, and next morning I had to wake up like really early to go to my mom's, because my dad and his girlfriend who lives with him, what do you call that? Samboer in Norwegian, but no idea what you call it in English. Anyway, they were going to this sort of vacation house thingy that they have up like, I think it's like 3 hours to drive from here north, in Odda, which is this tiny place that a lot of people still have heard of, but it's a tiny place. So yeah, I had to leave early, and then I forgot 14 of my 24 books there, and so yesterday I finally went back to get them, and this is why I'm now finally filming, because now I'll be making the whole video right after this. And this video is probably like ages long, but so be it. You don't have to watch it if you don't want to, but yeah. Alright, I think that's all. Thank you for watching if you did. And yeah, bye.